Do I dare cut this fringe myself in lockdown? Probably not. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Stacey. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and press the bell so that you never miss a video. So for a bit of context, I've been away from home for 3 years almost. And there's definitely been times in that period where I've thought, I just want my mum, or I just want to go to my best friend's house, or I just want something familiar. With being on lockdown, it definitely does make you think about how much you do miss home, because especially being in Australia, you have such a big time difference. It's not like all my friends are on lockdown at the same time as me, because they're all asleep when I'm awake and vice versa. So it felt like now was the right time to do this video. These are just some strategies for how I personally cope if I'm feeling a little bit homesick, or how I get through those stressful or more difficult times whilst being away from home. The first thing that I would say is that when you move abroad, you learn who your friends are. This can be a great thing, and it can be a really hard thing to come to terms with at first. The reality is you move abroad and you will have the people that stay in touch with you and the people that just you're out of sight, out of mind. And I definitely had quite a shock. And it was whilst I was living in New Zealand. As I said, I was there for about 9 months, and there were people that I thought I'd be friends with forever that just, they haven't uttered a word to me since I've been away, even if I've tried to initiate conversation. And it is a shame, and it is an eye-opener, but learning who your friends are does make it a lot easier, because you don't spend time groveling over the wrong people. On the back of that, I would say reaching out to the people that do care about me is a huge thing. Not just relying on them to speak to me, but reaching out to them just as often. You know, I think it's very easy to have that mindset of, well, I left the country, so they should be seeing how I'm doing, but actually, why? It should still work both ways. And once you've learned who's going to make the effort with you and who's reciprocating your efforts, just make sure that that's maintained. So I've definitely got a handful of people that have stayed in touch with me since I've been away, and they know who they are. Just treat them as if they do still live down the road. FaceTime as much as you can, or as often as you like. Something that can be quite challenging, I think, especially moving away in your 20s, is getting to know people in the new country that you move to. I kind of find that when you're a kid, it's easy to make friends because you go to school, you go to clubs, your friendship groups are pretty much given to you. And you have the luxury of choosing your friends, and they kind of stick with you. If not, it's people that you work with or partners' friends. But because me and my partner both moved away together, we were essentially starting from scratch. Something that people don't tell you is making friends when you're in your 20s can be really, really hard, because unless they're your colleagues or you're on a night out, you're kind of thinking, well, how am I supposed to make friends? I think getting to know the people in your country is an absolute must. It's important that you do build up those friendships as much as you can. Even if you are feeling hesitant to, a lot of the friends that we've made over here have been through mutual friends or through friends of colleagues, and it's led us to some really great people. It's just about maintaining those friendships, and when you do say, let's do this again, you do try and stick to it. If you are a little bit anxious about making new friends when you move somewhere new, there are so many great apps that you can use now to help you. There is an app that is called Hey Vina, which is absolutely amazing. It's an app for girls to make friends. You can attend group events. It's essentially Tinder, but for girls to make friends. It's perfect. It's all based on your interests and the kind of person that you are. So you can say if you're an introvert, an extrovert, do you like to meet for coffee or for cocktails? It lets you chat beforehand and you can set your radius. That is one that I really recommend. You've also got Bumble BFF. A lot of people associate Bumble as a dating app, but they do have a section that is just for making friends. So I recommend have a look at some of the apps if you're a little bit apprehensive. It's a great place to start if you've moved to a new city or a new country and you're not too sure where to start in terms of developing your social life. A really important thing to remember is that you need to go easy on yourself. Take this time to discover who you are, put in some self-care, explore the new area that you're in, and don't put any pressure on yourself. You're in a new place with new surroundings and new experiences. This is not the time for you to be worrying about anything else but making sure you're okay. If you're traveling with someone or there's someone that you're really close to, maybe in your hostel or in your accommodation, or maybe you've made a friend, make sure you open up to them because the people that you're closest to whilst you're away will really help you. Tell them how you're feeling, open up, and just get those things off your chest. I know that if I am missing home or I'm missing my mum, I will sit here and I will say to Lee, oh my God, I really miss home actually right now. I really just want to give my mum a cuddle, or I just want to go for a drink with my best friend. And, Lee gets that and he understands and he's there for me and he will listen. And if you're surrounded by the right kinds of people, they will be the same and it will make you feel a lot better. I definitely recommend, whilst you're in a new place, find a new hobby or a new interest. It's time to expand your repertoire. There are so many new, exciting opportunities that might not have been available to you in your hometown. So make sure you seize them. It's going to keep your mind busy and it's going to help to settle you in and it will give you something to look forward to. Something that really, really helps if you are truly missing home or you're finding things particularly difficult is to bear in mind that next reunion. I know that it could be a long time away. It might be weeks, months, or even years. I haven't seen my family or my friends at home for 2 years, and it's not looking likely that I will, especially with COVID and the lockdowns in Australia and the travel restrictions between Australia and the UK. But I know that when a reunion does happen and I see everyone and I give everyone a big cuddle and we go for drinks and take photos, it's going to be the best feeling in the world. And that is something that I do think about when I'm thinking, oh God, I really just miss people. Or if I'm having a moment during lockdown, I think, well, every day that we get through this lockdown, and the more people get vaccinated, the closer I am to seeing everybody back in the UK. It can be really hard to stay positive, and especially when those reunions, as I said, can feel so far away, but they will happen. It just means you have some extra planning time. This next one's going to sound incredibly cliche, but it is cliche for a reason because a lot of people do it and it is very useful. Practice gratitude. Remember why you made this decision in the first place. Yes, I have my days where I feel like and I think I just want to go home. But in comparison to the good days that I'm having, and the memories that I'm making living over here, they're minuscule. The good times that I'm having are far outweighing those feelings. I am so grateful for every opportunity that I'm having whilst I live here. Every memory that I'm making, every person that I meet, every experience that I have. Whether you practice gratitude mentally, or you write it down, or you tell someone, practice gratitude. Keep in mind why you made this decision. At the same time, when you do have those difficult moments, when you're feeling sad or stressed or homesick or like you just miss someone, acknowledge that. Let yourself feel those feelings. It's normal, it's okay, and I guarantee a lot of people are experiencing it at the same time as you. Let it pass, let it wash through you, but don't dwell on it. Call someone, talk to someone, post some pictures, do whatever you need to do to acknowledge and accept that emotion, and then you can move through it. You have made the decision to move to the beautiful place that you're in. And yes, you're gonna have your difficult moments. And yes, there are people that you are gonna miss dearly almost every single day. But they're proud of you and they want you to be happy. And you are living your dream. You're living your best life. I hope this was useful and I hope you found some strategies if you are living away, or if you know someone that is living away, or if you're just feeling a little bit homesick. Make sure you check up on each other, see how your loved ones are. And if you have an overdue FaceTime with someone, this is your sign that you need to make it happen. Go and do it right now. No more excuses. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. And I will speak to you very, very soon. Bye.